Hey guys, it's Maymay and it's time for the 2015 fall home tour. And you can see I'm just panning around here to kind of show you the living room, dining room, kitchen area. That's what we're going to look at today, and I'm going to go closer so you guys can see everything. So hang on, let's get started. So I'm going to start at my front door. This is the front door here. You can see the sunlight coming in. And this wreath is probably familiar. That's a tutorial. What I'm going to do for anything that's a tutorial in the video is I'm going to link all those below. So if you see anything that I say is a tutorial, just look down in the description box. So that is my fall wreath. There, or one wreath. There's a bunch of them, but that's one. And then you'll probably recognize this guy. This is one of the 3-tier basket containers, also a tutorial. I'll have that to show you guys in the description below. And this is my fireplace. I'm going to back up a little bit. Now you're going to notice something. If you've seen my other fall home tours, you're probably going to notice something here. I don't have as much on the floor as I usually do. That's because we're training a puppy. And so I don't have as many boxes or things around. So you'll see more stuff on tables and surfaces because Dooley is trying to get into everything. So there is the TV. And you can see vents in the TV wave. Aw, it blocked. Nope, but you're in there. So this is the mantle. Let's go up to the mantle. Oh, I have some cool stuff to show you here. Okay. This flower arrangement on the end is just from Walmart, but this lantern in the middle is from my auction deal that I got. If you were on Periscope, I talked about the $6 table deal. That is one of the pieces that was on the table, but it was really in bad condition, and Thomas, my 15-year-old, redid it for me. He painted it with some red spray paint, and I love it. And that's actually a mason jar turned upside down because there was no glass, and we just wanted some glass in there. So love my lantern. Little pumpkin, another little pumpkin, and then these are some wood pumpkins. Those are from Hobby Lobby last year, and that flower arrangement is from Walmart. Now we're going to head down to the bottom of it. That little scarecrow I've had in my collection as long as I can remember, or at least since the house fire, because that's far back as I go. But that's a little iron scarecrow I probably picked up at Walmart. And then this little owl picture, this is a tutorial. I'll link that. I've done that's a paper craft tutorial. Let me show you up close. It's super cute. And then I just have a little pumpkin candy dish on the table. We'll put candy closer to the season. A couple of pumpkins on a little crate down there. That little weenie dog figurine, if you don't know, we're big Dotson lovers, and so that little weenie dog is one that I found at an estate sale, and I want to say I paid like $20 for it, but when I looked it up online, it's worth a little more than that, but I'm not getting rid of it. I love it, so it stays on my fireplace. And then, remember my lanterns? I did a blog post about these guys, and this is them decorated. Now, the pumpkins inside of those light up. They're from QVC. I'll link them if they're still available. They are so cool, and they're on a timer. That's why they're not lit right now, because they come on at dark, but I love them. So there's 2 pumpkins inside of there, and then pumpkins sitting around them. And this is back to my front door. So there you can see the front door. You know what? I didn't show you this. This is the paper, one of the book paper wreaths that I did, and I have a tutorial for that as well. And then that's a pumpkin I bought last year sometime. Now this is the end table between my couches, so there's a lot of cords underneath there. They're not very cute, but there's only one pumpkin and a little placemat there. And then this is the living room sofa, and the staircase starts here. That's Vince's arm. Okay, so this little stack of books, I got these books. Let me get in here where you can see them. I got these books at Old Time Pottery, and I love those books. But I bought them a couple years ago, so I don't know if they still have them now, but I love them. And that H pumpkin my mother-in-law bought for me right after our house fire. I've had it for a long time. I love that one. And now I'm going to take you over to the top of the stairs. So on this little table which sits at the top of my stairs, there's a pumpkin there. I have a tutorial for that. That was one of those plastic jack-o'-lanterns, and I redid it with some paper and some different embellishments. So I'll link that tutorial. And these guys, I am so excited to show you these mercury glass looking pumpkins. However, they are not mercury glass. They were clear glass pumpkins that Thomas and I, Thomas is my 15-year-old, he and I took looking glass paint. We found it on Pinterest how to do it, and we made it look like mercury glass. Isn't that incredible? I love them so much. So I have a copper one and a silver one, and those are there. I can do a tutorial if you want to know. Just let me know in the comments if you want to see that done. And then this is just a little church that I picked up at a thrift store in Texas last year. Isn't it cute? I just think it's cute. Those little risers that those are sitting on, that's also a tutorial I can show you. That is called faux birchwood candle holders, but I decided to use them for risers this year. I think they work. All right, so we'll head to the kitchen bar. So on the bar in my kitchen, you can see here, this is my little scarecrow basket that I made. I'll link the tutorial for that. These guys are pumpkin hats, or whatever. These are pilgrim hats that my friend Gareth from G's Creations made for me. And he has a tutorial, and I'll link that tutorial so you can see how those are done. But I love them. And guys, that is a classic upcycle project. You're going to love that one. And then the counter just runs around like this. And I have a leaves candle burning from Bath & Body Works, which I love. And then we get to this end of the counter, and we see this little guy. Now, this picture in the back, you can see that it's like a water jug, we'll say. Also came from the auction on my table deal. I got that was still $6. I paid $6 for everything on the table, and I got 2 of those. So I love that, and I threw flowers in it. And one reason I did so many flowers this year is because I'm not doing a lot of stuff around on the floor because of the puppy, but I wanted some like softness, kind of to soften up the room, and so I just stuck just a bunch of silk flowers. Those are from the Dollar Tree, and they are just stuck in there. They're not arranged in any way. It's just filled full. So you can see how I just loaded this guy up. These 2 pilgrims came from my mom. She gave me those at some point in time, and then that little pumpkin is super cute. Okay, now to the table behind the couch. So this is the living room area as you're standing in the dining room looking out, and this is the table, or actually the hutch from behind our sofa. And so on here you can see on this side I have a 3-tier stand with pumpkins, which normally holds coffee cups. I got that at a yard sale one time, and I just take the coffee cups off for the season, and I'll put pumpkins, and then I'll do something with it for Christmas too. And then I just have an assortment of pumpkins. I don't have very many pumpkins. I have way too many pumpkins. Way too many. Vince says I wear too much black and I have too many pumpkins. Look, peek over this eye, Vince. Hello, everyone.
Hello, everyone.
You want to wave so they can see your head peeking out?
It's Vinny.
It's Vinny. There he is. He's just sitting. But I do have a lot of pumpkins. And then, guys, see these cute little copper owls? Where did those come from? They weren't copper when I got them. They're from that same $6 auction table, and they were hideous. I'll insert a picture here so you can see what they look like before I spray painted them with copper paint. I love them. Love them so much. Okay, to the dining room table. Okay, this is my dining room. I know the light is bright, but if I don't have those blinds in such a way to get light in here, everything will be dark. So I'm trying to keep it as bright as I can. But this is my dining room. Every time I do a home tour, I get asked about this piece right here. That came from Kirkland's 3 or 4 years ago at this point. I love it. It's all one piece, and I just had that big wall I had to fill something with, and those are my favorite colors, and so that's where that went. Now this is my dining room table, and in the middle, I went pretty simple this year. I just did these placemats from Walmart. I just purchased these. They're Better Homes and Gardens placemats, and I really like those. And then this tiered stand, if you saw my home tour from before, which I will link below too, I had this on the table behind the couch, but I've moved it here to be my centerpiece this year. And these pumpkins light up. Again, they're on a timer and it's not time for them to light, but they are from QVC, and I'll link those below. And all I did was put a wreath down on the table and then sit that candle stand in there and put those candles on top. Then these little shiny, sparkly pumpkin and pear to the side, these are from the Dollar Tree. Love the Dollar Tree, right? Okay, another auction bargain that I'm really excited about is this little stand in the corner. I love this little stand, and I got it for $15 at the auction. And it was the perfect place to put my white pumpkins. I love white pumpkins. And I like how they pop on the red wall. I love that. And then there's flower arrangement and a couple little pumpkins. That little milk jug is also from Old Time Pottery. And again, those are just some Dollar Tree flowers that I just crammed in there. I didn't do anything but poke them in that pot. That's all I did. Okay, to the kitchen. So this is our dinner table. We don't really eat on the dining room table. That's more for holidays. This is kind of where we would eat everyday food. And so this is a simple thing in the middle because I like to be able to remove this whenever we sit down to eat. So I just have the 3-tiered basket arrangement, which is a tutorial. I will link that one. And then that little pipe dish I found at a thrift store. I love that little guy. And this candle is called Pineapple Crush by Tyler, and it is amazing. And if you burn leaves and pineapple crush together, it is perfect. So check those out. So this candle we talked about is a Tyler candle, and while I was telling you guys that you couldn't find it, Vince looked it up, and they have them on Amazon, so I will link it below. Is that the big one too? Yep, that's the 22 ounce, just like I have here. And I will link that below, so if you're interested in a Tyler candle, Pineapple Crush, that's where you get it. And I promise you'll love it.
They smell amazing.
They really do. They're actually really good for summer, but they are a great candle to transition into fall with. All right, on the wall, this is always there. Those are just my plates that I keep there all the time. They're always that color. I added these copper pieces this year because I'm in love with copper. And I'm bringing it into my kitchen in small pieces, and I just love those. I think they're so cute. And then, over in the corner here, I'm going to move kind of slow so I don't make you too dizzy. In the corner is this stand that was given to me by my aunt, this wrought iron stand, and I love it. And when I was decorating, I had all these pumpkins left over from different things that I've done in the past, and I just kind of gathered them up and loaded this full of pumpkins. I don't know what I'll do in the winter season or at Christmas, but I love it full of pumpkins. Remember this little cross that was in one of my videos? You guys saw that. I picked it up at Walmart and I really liked it. I might be a little redundant with the crosses because there's one there too, but I love it. These are clear lights that I have above my cabinets, and they hang down, and that's really kind of ugly. But when they're plugged up, they're behind the fridge. Look, they're behind the fridge. You can't see them, but I don't have them plugged up today. So, all right, to the kitchen. Sorry if I'm making you dizzy. Here we go. Above the cabinet, I don't change until Christmas. All that up there stays that way all the time, and at Christmas, I'll make a change up there. On the counters, a lot of this stuff you guys have seen before, like those pumpkins. That's a tutorial. I'll link that below. These little pumpkins and pictures and things like that are just collected from thrift stores and the Dollar Tree and things like that. The stove, and there's Vinnie's Vittles sign. And then, see this owl? This owl was hideous. I'll insert a picture for you to see it. And I spray painted it copper with just copper spray paint, and then put it here in the kitchen. I love it. On this side of the kitchen is where I keep my Keurig, and then I have this little tray where I keep like teas and things like that. And I found this bowl at Hobby Lobby, and I haven't decided what to put in it yet. But sometimes we'll throw fruit in it and stuff. We don't have any at the moment. We need to go grocery shopping. But I love this bowl, and it's all made out of these spoons, and I got it for like 90% off at the end of summer. So I love that bowl. And now I'll show you from my kitchen what we just looked at. So when I'm standing doing dishes or cooking or whatever, looking out, oh, there's the back of Vince's head. This is the living room and where we reside. I missed a couple things. I meant to tell you that this is also a tutorial, and I will link that below. I did that last year. And then I want to show you this little stand. Again, in that $6 deal from the auction, I got that brown pitcher that I filled with flowers and this little wooden stand. All of that, I'm telling you, I got quite a deal for $6. All right, guys, that is my 2015 fall home tour. I hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to doing Christmas for you guys, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.